one.
One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, as you know, anytime Ohio State plays at Michigan, it can be really intense, and that's already something we've seen here in the pregame. You might remember teams shared the tunnel coming out onto the field, and I could see a little bit of a pregame scuffle, guys pushing, shoving, getting it mixed up. Already this rivalry game is turned up. The heat is on here at Michigan. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Handoff to the single back. Turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
I'll tell you what, sometimes towards the end of that play where you see you're not getting anywhere, I'd like for you just to lower your shoulder and get a few yards. I just don't love it when they finish and run out of bounds.
You know, though, we've both been around so long that we've seen a lot of guys try to make a play every single time, and it ends up making things worse.
Well, I get it. You can fight for extra yards. Sometimes you go backwards, or sometimes you lose the football. But, man, I want to put my offense in the best position. That means I need to go lower my shoulder, fall forward, get some extra yards.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
On the run, it's Jackson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll go play action with Sayin. Caught. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
After getting stopped on that that second down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to barge their way in. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
What a job by this defense. What a response to some early success for the offense, shutting them down on 3rd and goal. And now I think it's decision time for this offense, and this crowd is going to help you out because they are going bananas.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oh, he tosses it back. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. Flying down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, they've been working on these trick plays in practice, and they must have felt ultra confident to go with it here.
We practice them all the time, and everybody gets so excited in practice. When are we going to do it this week? When are we going to call it? Great timing on the call for the trick play, and you can see it caught the defense way off guard.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll ride him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Now here's Sayin. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Michigan. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for space, it's Jackson. There he goes. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, of great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Trying to take it back.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportune.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. Dumps it off in the flats. Down he goes.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Underwood. Hauls it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Makes a grab and room to run. The 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rolling, Underwood. Makes the grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown. Again. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. See some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Say it. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Sayin. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler in Michigan and Woody Hayes in Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Sayin back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Deep in the end zone, it's Parker. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Got his man down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Left side is Stewart. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Long way to go on second down. Play fake, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Underwood. He's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right side, it's Marshall. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
On the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. One more snap coming before halftime. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellows, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 19 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Hawkeyes sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Underwood. He spins that thing down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Roll that offense back out there. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. So here comes the Michigan offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Say it. Left side is Jackson. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Third down play. Got some green grass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind him.
Looking for room. It's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Right back to the well. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Racing to the right. Inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Michigan! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
Enough to move the chains. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here's Sayin to throw. The screen, and watch out. Smashes through the tackle. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out wide left, it's Roberts. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big 4th period waiting. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Runs through the tackle. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And now it's a 1-possession game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Offense heads out ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Swings it out to his running back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To throw, it's Underwood. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon where the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Right back to the well. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Throw it. Say it. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense on 3rd down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly. It seemed they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Finds him out of the backfield. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
Keeps it moving. It's Marshall. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7. Ohio State calls its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, and it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.